Shaka Squad. It's your boy Roman, Nicky Mr. Enemy 343, back at it once again. And I've actually pretty much got my top 20 waifus list video recorded. I just need to do some editing and add some like pics to go with the waifus and try to actually freaking so we can actually be able to get that done. And hey, Shiny, what's up, dude? Not really coming to the stream today unless until my chores are done. Okay, well, no rush. I'll still be here if you actually do tend to get done early. So, anyway, how's it going, everybody? Oh, yeah. Hey, Maggie, how's it going? Besides, I actually had to share your Vic Mignogna video, and yeah, I gotta say, freaking, I think we're actually living inside freaking I Stand with Vic Vale's head, absolutely rent free. Because the amount of freaking salt this girl's giving, just uh, okay, we got a guest so far. Hold on, we got Bubba. Hold on, Bubba.
Howdy.
Hey, dude.
Jokes aside, I was actually expecting to get in on a different live stream, but they had to end it. Like I jumped off of theirs and then I jumped back on and you're live and they're not. So here I am.
Wow.
They had some emergencies all of a sudden.
Yeah, I hear you. Besides, to have you on board, Bella. I mean,
I would have showed up here after that anyway.
Yeah, I know. But heck, we're actually just dealing with the craziness of like, all these people actually being such freaking bigots towards freaking anime fans.
Yeah, people have gone nuts.
People here. Hi guys, I'm just warning you, I'm watching a live stream of...
What's going on? Is that the thing in New York?
It's the thing with Johnny and Amber.
Oh, okay.
So
are you on Nerdette's channel or are you?
I'm on Come Geeksum's channel. So I'm sorry about the noise, and normally I wouldn't have noise in the background, but I gotta pay attention to this because I need to know if I need to bitch some people out on Facebook. Not to mention you guys who still have your Twitter accounts, I'm gonna need you to bitch for me about Amber Heard.
I got you.
Cock-a-doodle pussy.
She who must not be named, or if we have to give her a name, use the typo in that one article where she's Amanda Heard. And she got pissy about it. I'm not Amanda.
Oh, doesn't she have like a family member named Amanda that she hates?
It don't matter.
There was a story behind that.
She got pissy for being called Amanda.
Yeah.
My name is Patrick.
My name is not Rick.
I'm not a Krusty Krab.
Oh, we're back. Holy shit, we're back.
Hey, it's just a Krusty Krab.
No, this is Patrick.
I'm sorry if this stream turns into bitching about she who must not be named, but I've been waiting for this live stream that Come Geeksum
2 years.
Been planning to do for a while.
Oh, you didn't let out all your anger in last night's session while beating the crap out of the Veronica Screw Old character?
Oh, trust me.
Oh boy, what the hell?
There will be more rage later because I want you to do Amanda Beard.
Well, man, I'll see what I can do. And, so, to give you guys some context, there's a bad guy character. It turns out she was, what would be considered the Louisiana Honey Island, monster. It's basically a chimpanzee and alligator, fusion.
Which I said should have been for the Bitch Cakes Marchie XP, since that's the one people have been comparing to an orangutan.
Well, didn't really think about that though. Now, however, there is still a couple of other Louisiana mythical creatures I can use. I'm still trying to figure out how to use the grunch.
The grunt?
The grunch is basically a chupacabra.
But from Louisiana.
So it likes Cajun food.
Yes. You know what? Just with that, I'm going to make sure if I
Jesus,
do the
alligators.
grunch, it's the alligator sucker.
Oh, Dio.
The
Explain
gator
to him-
sucker. It's a gator
Dio,
slurper.
explain to him how the honey swamp monster came to being. From the
Well-
story, not from what you did in the campaign.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that's what you wanted. Well, you see, boys and girls, when a circus train accidentally, falls over on a swampland, chimpanzees will go out, and, well, when a daddy
Fuck an
chimpanzee...
alligator.
Yeah, when a daddy chimpanzee and a mommy chimpanzee get together, they create the Honey Island Swamp Monster. I mean, it has to be a daddy chimpanzee because...
Basically, it's a thing of orangutan or a chimpanzee, whatever the story goes, fucked an alligator after the train crashed.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I absolutely find it hilarious because of all the animals and of all the stories, you went with chimpanzee and alligator loving.
Whoa!
Shoot him! You gotta get the big one. Anyway,
We also more or less incorporated Fossilier.
if y'all haven't seen Swamp People, I'm sorry.
We more or less incorporated Fossilier from Princess and the Frog too, because I wanted to use his door as the place for a shop for voodoo items, for voodoo practicing. And the only thing I could find with his door had him in the picture. So he's the father of a voodoo practitioner named Tituba.
That makes sense. I can live with that.
Also, Mr. A, what are you eating?
Oh, powdered sugar donuts.
You should try beignets.
Yes, Didi said beignets is great. And also, you're not a true Louisiana unless you get powdered
Hey guys,
on your shirt.
Oh,
I just got my chores done.
nice.
I just love how they keep panning to her every time they say something that she did. Like
She
the fact
probably paid
lied
extra
about,
for that.
like the fact that she lied about donating money to the children's hospital, and she has this look of "shut up." Or when they bring up the fact that she claimed Johnny busted his own finger, but it was proven there was no way he could do it. She's like, "Shut up!" And it's like,
Yeah, of course,
you're
because
losing. You're fucking losing. And if by some fucked up chance you win, the fans aren't gonna let you live unless you move to a different country.
Unless,
I mean, all it is basically her saying, "No, it's a lie. Shut, Nino, I can't hear you, la 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 la." And that's basically what it is.
sorry
Also-
if I'm tempting. Can I just say this real quick? Sorry if I'm tempting fate here,
Don't
but
tempt fate! Don't tempt fate! Where
wait,
is Matt to yell, "Don't tempt fate"?
wait. Just hear me out. Once like the court's over, why do I have the feeling that there's gonna be another Will Smith slap Chris Rock moment again?
I swear to God, Shadow. I swear to God, I will find out where you
Dude.
live and shake you like a British nanny.
That is
That's
the
it.
only
You know
way.
what?
That is the only
No.
way Will Smith could redeem himself as,
No, you know what?
himself as if
You know
he
what?
slapped Amber Heard this time.
You know what? Next session, there's going to be a monster that forts on you.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey guys,
Jada
I
did
gotta
Will
drop
dirty.
off for a few minutes. I gotta drop
Alright.
off for a few minutes. I'll be back.
Alright.
Jada did fucking Will dirty.
Yes,
This
she
man
did.
basically defended your honor, though you didn't deserve it, and you're gonna throw him under the bus. You are a dirty bitch.
And not just that, but though she sits there and says, I didn't want him to do the bullshit. When Chris Rock
We
made the
saw
joke,
the look, Jada. We saw the fucking look of, well, aren't you gonna do something? He's insulting me.
and then actually, I didn't want him to do it.
Don't insult Donkey like that.
Well, she's more like a mule. An ugly, disgusting, worthless, smooth-brained mule.
And I'm sorry. Again, I don't think she deserves him defending her after what she did, going after a little boy who's old enough to be her son. And yet Will still stayed with her fucking skanky ass.
You know what's funny is Will should have said, "Hey Jada, keep men's dicks out of your mouth."
Oh,
Let's take a look at what the piece as a whole says.
I mean, my God.
This is the
God.
that Amber wrote.
I am someone who, if I ever had the chance to meet Jada, be like, you're a bitch. That's what you are. Your husband, who you don't deserve with how dirty you've done him, defended your skanky ass, even though what Chris Rock was saying was fucking true.
And hilarious.
I knew this long before.
But you're gonna throw Will under the bus. You skanky bitch. May your vagina fall out and you become sterile for the rest of your days.
You know what's funny though is the fact that those on Twitter, mind you, Chris Rock was making jokes left and right about everybody, but this damn one article's like, why is it always the black woman that's the joke? First of all, he made jokes of everyone. Secondly,
he made jokes about the fact that Christopher Reeves, the original Superman from the 70s movies, was in a wheelchair.
yeah, we're not going to say anything about that.
Wait, is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because all it is basically simping. I mean, hey, I was going to say to the journalist, she's not going to sleep with you, but since she is a hoe, well, you're going to get some tonight, journalist.
No. Unless the journalist is close to her son's age, she ain't going to sleep with him.
True.
Went after a little boy. That's what that guy practically was a little boy close to her son and daughter's age, and yet Will still defended her ass despite she didn't fucking deserve it.
Oh, before I forget, yesterday we were talking, Mr. A here was talking about, he or he, doing a video on the anime as Spy X Family, and there's these idiots who are saying, oh my god, it's sexualized. Now, I want you to picture this, okay? I want you to imagine this. Now, there's a father, okay, and there's his little girl, his daughter, and what he does is grab her and spin her around. And she's like, yay!
Is he grabbing her butt cheeks?
No,
he's just actually holding her
how
side.
the fuck is that sexual?
Because these people have daddy issues and they don't know shit. Hey, Sono.
Hey, Cerno. If you hear noise in the background, I'm watching the trial of Johnny versus Amber Heard. Again, I'm sorry about that, but I've been planning for this for a year.
Hey, Cerno, loving the new profile.
Yes.
Yeah, really rocking the new look there, bud.
I think Cerno's.
I'm just gonna say this: Will deserves better, just like Johnny deserves better. All these men are getting shit on because our culture has gotten to where we will not question women once.
Exactly, because of that whole hashtag #PoundMeToo movement.
I mean, Bill Burr brought up a good point. He said, yeah, there are garbage guys that should be buried under the prison. But maybe ask some questions just to be sure. Oh, and I love when Twitbird went after Bill Burr. and started saying that he was all for slavery or something. And his wife, who is black, I might add, is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Also, Serna, you wanted to say something.
Yeah. The thing is that it's funny how basically you have these Me Too people. You wonder why I hate feminism so much. It's made it so toxic to where that's why I don't even want to try to find a woman, because I'm afraid I might run into that stuff and get fucked over.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
And I'm poor. I don't have the money to defend myself against a false rape accusation and shit like that, which often happens.
And here's the thing. Like, that's why most men, especially here in the West, don't want to date a woman. Because these women, not all women, blah, 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 but it's the woke women, the third wave feminists, who can easily destroy any of us by saying one word and one word only. And because of the justice system, they will believe whatever the woman says, because they got that whole neckbeard, milady, energy going on.
I actually saw an article where women were complaining about the fact that men don't ask them out anymore. I'm like, I wonder why.
Exactly.
And then they start blaming porn and trying to go full Shimonetta, and they're trying to ban any alternative men turn to when women are being mean and nasty. Or when we have our justice system.
And by the way, men aren't the only one who are nasty and will jerk it to something. Women will rub it to something too.
I seen this one post on Twitter where go on.
They're just mad that their thing of I'll always be believed. So if my guy decides to try and fight back, I'll just cry rape. And then they're like, why won't men ask me out anymore? It's because you cry fucking rape, little shepherd boy.
And not just that, but they say men will jerk you to anything. There's this one meme where is meanwhile women, you got a cucumber, a faucet, or a shower head technically, and like you got all these other foreign objects. It's like these women have no room to talk about using anything to masturbate with.
Oh hell, I'm gonna be honest. I have a little thing for private life.
Yeah, and basically,
hell, women get more tools for jerking it than men do.
I know. I mean, I also have a object.
Dio, I don't want to know. Please don't tell.
Like insert
I'm assuming it's an actual thing you can buy at like Spencer's and not a cucumber's Shadow.
Yes.
At least I hope
Spencer's,
that.
God.
At least I hope that's what Dio's talking about.
Yes, I did go to Spencer's for this wonderful object.
Wow.
Oh,
anyway.
I still actually have my Astolfo Unable though.
Wait.
Oh my.
Is it possible for women to masturbate with a knife?
No! What the fuck, Shadow?
Not even Dionysus likes that idea. Yikes.
God damn it!
Recently, Shadow?
I'm sorry. I just have to ask.
I mean, a vagina is a powerful thing, but it's not that damn strong. Holy shit!
Jesus, it's stupidity like that where feminazis think they can get away with anything because they have the mighty V.
Just ask me, Shadow, you do know the clit exists, right? Please tell me you know that there is such a thing as a clitoris.
That wasn't the point of this article.
Yes.
She was careful.
You hesitated, so clearly you don't.
Review the article.
I mean, I barely pay attention in health school, so.
I mean, the clit would basically be what would be the penis if a woman had been born as a male.
Pingus!
Because it it either shrinks to what you see if you're a woman, or it grows if you're going to be a boy.
Or if you're a male feminist, it disappears altogether.
Hey, I still have my cojones, and I'm actually happy for it. Okay.
Okay. Just one question. What's even the point of male feminists?
They want milady, and also milady's children.
Because they're so hideous, and halfway decent looking women won't even go near them. They go with feminazis who tend to be blobfish and stuff.
Okay.
And they hope that the feminazi will be like, "Oh my God, you understand? My pants have just dropped. Take me."
Yeah, in fact, we can actually see that in Paul Feig.
But I don't think that's how it works when it comes out of that, right?
No, because first of all, a woman, well, I say that, but there are some women who would probably do that. But 9 times out of 10, it's not the case.
Well, I mean, I remember Linkara before I found out he was a piece of shit. I used to watch his comic reviews again until I found out he was a piece of shit. And he's a male feminist, and he used to date this girl named Liz. She'd go by Iron Liz when she'd do skits with him on his show. And eventually they broke up, and I was like, well, what happened? She was perfect for you. And once I found out about male feminists and them being more likely to be assaulters than regular men, I'm like, oh God, you didn't do something to her that she had to get a restraining order, did you?
And you know what's
'Cause
funny,
I'm not
though?
gonna be happy.
You know what's funny, though? And not in the haha sense, mind you, but Unseen Ballsack, aka Unseen Japan, is a male feminist.
Unseen somehow managed to break his supposed wife that she accepts that she's probably never getting away from his ass.
Wait, question?
But the question becomes, though, is he, since he's a male feminist, what is that relationship like, right?
And the only reason why, what
else is the truth?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, God damn it.
The only reason why
Eddie brings up a good point here. Eddie actually brings up a good point. Here's a double standard. These wokies actually are okay with body shaming people like him, but they read over women being body shamed.
Oh, you mean how a heavy set guy like, let's say you, Mr. Anime, is fat, but a heavy set woman like me, I'm plus size. No, I'm fat. I will admit, I'm fat. I'm trying to lose the weight. This stupidity that you're not allowed to say a woman is fat because it'll hurt her feelings is fucking stupid. Because it's like, how come it's okay to say, hey, that guy's a fat ass, but if you say the same thing to a woman, it's like, how could you? Oh.
Also, soon I wanted to say something.
Dee, I want to say something. Is that you have something that most, of the others that we, you have what Amy Schumer doesn't, a soul.
Not just that, but like I told you before, Dee, and technicality, you are what is called a BBW, a big beautiful woman. Unlike a feminist who's just a garbage bag with legs.
Yeah, at least you're beautiful on the inside.
I mean, she's beautiful on the inside and outside.
I am going to be honest, if I become a comedian, I am going to point out the stupidity of the plus size thing. And if any women in the audience are like, oh, I'm going to be like, oh, grow the fuck up. You're fat, I'm fat. Just like the bald guy at the deli is fat. Stop this bullshit of plus size. You just don't like the fact you don't like that you're fat, so you want to try and make it less painful. So you go with, I'm plus size. Yes, just like a little person is fun size.
I'm sorry, but calling a little person fun size sounds more pornographic.
Hey guys, I gotta read
There's
this.
always like Danny DeVito.
Especially here, guys. Here, aka the L Otaku, aka the Wee Pillar, says male feminists only become feminists to get pussy.
Exactly.
To get the
They're
pull.
hoping
Yep,
the
that's pretty much it.
feminazis are pissed enough that they're not getting dick that they'll drop their pants and granny panties in hopes to get laid.
Wait.
Also, Maggie Negan actually says, "Want to discuss my video, Mr. A?" Yeah, she actually made this like whole like vindication of Vic Mignogna video because she's trying to actually point out that people are actually freaking pushing this narrative that Vic Mignogna is actually being ousted because of his openness to his religion.
So I have to ask a question.
I mean, they're not wrong because it was pointed out that they didn't like that Vic talked about his religion.
You know what's funny about that though is kind of jumping with the Five Nights at Freddy's.
The Bleeding Shadow wanted to say something.
Oh, all right. Well, go on, Shadow.
Hey,
Never mind. It's fine.
Oh, we got another look of Amber being like, "Shut up."
Well, what I was about to say was, okay, so you look at the Five Nights at Freddy's, the new one that came out with the, at that pizzeria thingy, what it's called, where they look like rock
stars.
stars.
That awoke another generation of furries with Roxy and Chica.
Now, listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm not a furry, but I would smash Roxy.
I was a furry before that, and I would smash Roxy.
We can, tag team her then. But anyway, when that came out, Jim Sterling, the idiot that she is, was like, "Oh, this would be a great game if it wasn't made by a transphobic blah blah blah."
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're still using your name Jim Sterling, you're not trans in my opinion, because most trans people I know said the minute I realized I was trans, I came up with a name that was comfortable to
I think
me.
she uses Jennifer now, I thought, or something.
No. Jim Sterling still
Seen
uses
Jennifer or Jada or whatever J name. I mean, hell, Jim didn't even go with Jordan. You know, a unisex name. They're still Jim. I'm sorry. Every trans person I've met and or are my friends have told me, hey, I felt, as soon as I realized I felt more comfortable as a guy, I changed my name from Mila to Michael or something.
Yeah, and again,
they're still going by Jim.
Exactly, and the other thing to note, by the way, Jim Sterling is a piece of shit because she uses her sexuality as a weapon. When she was losing subscribers,
at least go with Gene. It sounds close to Jim, so you don't have to change much.
Well, when she was losing subscribers, she was saying, "Oh, it's because I am trans and these people are trans."
No, it's because you're a fucking piece of shit.
It's because they went woke.
Yeah, she went political.
I liked it better when they were criticizing like Bobby Kotick, when they were constantly making jokes about Bobby Kotick and the CEOs and stuff. But they went completely she went completely woke, and yeah, screw it. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't like how they went completely woke.
I am just kind of freaking pissed off that people like freaking the daimyo are actually still going after people that actually like fictionalized characters because it's actually quote unquote pedophilic.
And yet they would say absolutely nothing.
We're
going Seno.
Yes or no?
There's those kind of people. The thing is that now you have big name political commentaries. Like, I don't want to say their name, but because I don't want to attract their attention. But yeah, you got this one's a Twitch one.
Well, what I was about to say though is, like, again, these people right here who use their sexualities as a weapon are the absolute worst, and are the reasons why the LGBT community looks so damn bad.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Mr. A, I'm sorry I couldn't get on yesterday. I had a dentist appointment and then my mouth was fucking on fire from the scraping they did that
Ah.
I took a nap to try and deal with the pain. Pain was still there when I woke up, so I took some painkillers, and I was out of it until Dio's campaign.
Oh, that sucks. But
that
hey,
kind
at
of
least
hurt.
we actually got in today, so that's all that matters. But yeah, like I said, basically these people are willing to actually call us pedophilic when the actual term is actually toonphilia, which
Not
means you
just
actually have a sexual arousal towards.
Also, if we're gonna be pointing
Hand-drawn
fingers at
character.
anyone as pedophilic, why haven't y'all demanded Damian Mills to be thrown out of Funimation? He fucking groomed a 15-year-old.
There you go.
And then sent a cease and desist when the victim came out and said, "Hey, he did this to me." What happened to believe all victims, huh? Bet you wouldn't be saying that if the 15-year-old had been a fucking girl.
There you go. There you go. Because again, when Vic was accused of what he didn't do, almost everyone was down his throat, wanting him thrown and everything like that. But when this
balls
piece of shit,
and dick on a platter.
yeah. But when
Wait,
he does it, it's like, oh, okay. It's silent. It goes radio silent. It's like, wait, where was that enthusiasm? Where's that rage? Where's that same energy that you had when Vic was outed as something that he isn't?
Oh, I have a question. How long does it take for the appeals to, how long is the appeals over?
It depends on if Vic unfortunately got another bullshit judge. This is why I like Penny when it comes to the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard thing. Amber Heard has tried to get shit thrown out because she knows it's gonna go against her, and Penny's like, no, I want to see everything. Penny's like, if you do this crap again, I'm gonna side with him.
And that's good because there's nothing. Hey, Bubba, welcome back. Because there's nothing on Vic, just like there's nothing on Johnny. These trash want to make it look like they are the bad guys.
Well, it's like Gina Carano literally didn't do anything, and neither did that
was fucking bullshit what they did to Gina. That was fucking bullshit.
Hartley Sawyer, Hartley Sawyer from the CW who played Elongated Man. They literally found all they found were a few tweets from 7 years prior, and the worst. I mean, yeah, he made a couple jokes about Irish people beating their wives, and he also he had made a joke at one point in time, said the only thing keeping me from saying mildly racist things on here is that Al Sharpton would never leave me in peace. Things like that. It was funny. It really was funny. Some of it was cringe. He said a few things that were absolutely terrible. He made a joke about Jack the Ripper, about him being Jack the Ripper. He's saying something. He said if at one point in time he had made a joke about having Irish blood, saying that if I had a wife tonight, I'd go home and beat her. And another one he had said.
In my house growing up, I'm Irish on both sides of my parentage, but in my house growing up, my mom was the one who was doing the beating. I love my mother,
jokes aside, though. Yeah, jokes aside, though, those stereotypes are funny. Like people can get mad all they want about stereotypes, but they are still funny and at times used in the right context.
Well, I actually remember this was during the Coco Monkey thing, cereal mascot that was a monkey on chocolate cereal. I found something on Facebook about it where they said, you know why Irish people aren't complaining about Lucky the Leprechaun from Lucky Charms? Because we have a fucking sense of humor. And I cracked up at that because it's like, yeah, I don't find any offense in Lucky being of Irish descent. And
Irish descent. He's literally a Celtic mythological creature.
Yeah, but I posted it on Twitter before I got yeeted because Twitter is full of fucking hypocrites. Anyway,
Yeah.
I posted it on Twitter and I got some bitchy girl saying, I'm of Irish descent and I'm offended. I'm like, I'm of Irish descent too, and I find this fucking funny. Go suck a fucking 4-leaf clover, you pansy.
Ooh, nice.
Also, I bet you that loss can't hold
Go
a
fuck
beer.
a 4-leaf clover.
I bet you the
Yeah,
loss
it-
can't hold her liquor either.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't understand that the Irish were the first to be segregated against back when freaking America was first made.
Yeah, there were signs
Yeah.
when they were looking for people to hire saying no Irish need apply.
Yeah, that's one thing I do want to throw out there too, by the way. It's absolutely hilarious how whenever someone makes a stupid little joke like that, the SJWs will power on them and call them all sorts of names. But whenever a SJW makes a comic book character that is the embodiment of whatever stereotype, whether it be gay, black, or what have you, it's brave and bold.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was actually a guy named Cromwell, I think. It's been a while. But basically, any Irish person who was like, no, I'm not converting to Christianity, got slaughtered. The only reason I exist is because my ancestors either were lucky enough to breed before they got slaughtered, or they were forced to become Christian.
Well, that happened too. I mean, it happens.
Well, damn, I did not know that. My mom said, my parents said I was part of Irish descent, and even I didn't know that stuff.
I mean,
basically,
up until a couple years ago, I didn't even know Ireland had its own language. I've been trying to learn Gaelic since. Not doing very well. I just know that Catelyn means girl, I believe.
Ah, nice.
Well, Gaelic, dead languages are hard to learn, and that'd be like, I trying to learn Gaelic or Chickasaw, either one is ridiculous, and I'm for both descents, and it's just
that's my thing. Growing up, I learned a little French because I have French blood in my family. But when I found out that Ireland had its own language, I'm like, oh my god, I'm a disgrace to my people because I didn't even know we had our own language.
Most then that means most of your people are a disgrace, including myself. So
they should honestly try to revive that dead language, have a bilingual society, because just as a fuck you to the British.
Well, you know.
Well, what's funny is the fact that I'm apparently part British on my grandfather's side, so in technicality, that's like half of me. Fuck you.
Yeah, and basically, I also actually happen to have both. I actually have British, like Irish and Scottish in my blood, so.
Which means we have to, eat crumpets while drinking alcohol.
I remember this video.
Wait, I'm part Irish, so does that mean I get to do that stuff too?
You gotta be 21.
Yes.
You're 19.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Anyway.
Dude, how many?
Anyway, I was watching a video called Murdered by Words, and they showed a picture of, let's say, Irish children of color, and some dumbass said, oh, no wonder why the Irish heritage is dying. And someone shot back with, yes, couldn't possibly be Britain coming and invading or anything and being the reason it's dying. No, it's the fact that it's children of color that's killing it.
Yeah, Irish are not dying. We're just spread out all over the world.
Exactly. Yes. Heck, I mean, basically.
But someone said this is why Irish heritage is dying, because
there
are
are
children of
well,
color
they're idiots.
in the school, and it's like, yes, because clearly Britain trying to erase everything about our culture when they invaded and forcing people to become Christians or die. Yeah. Clearly, it's the fact that a couple kids of a darker complexion is going to an Irish school. Yes, that's the reason.
You know the whole become Christian or die thing? That's kind of what America has been doing to other countries. Like, you adopt our culture or we'll wipe you off the map.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And we're looking at that with the freaking all these wokies and SJWs doing the same thing to Japan.
That's pretty much it.
You mean the people who are like, don't...
That's a British tendency.
Don't use shit of other people's cultures, even if it's inspiring to you, because that's cultural appropriation. But Japan, can you please stop doing your Japanese bullshit and do our wokey bullshit instead?
Because they are cultural imperialists. They demand that we, again, like I said before, me, you, Geek Hero, and all of us are not allowed to make chimichangas because we're not Mexican. But they are allowed to sit there and say, hey, you, Japan, stop doing your thing, stop with the whole making awesome anime, and, Latinos and Filipinos use the word Latinx and Philippines because that is what we deem appropriate.
I hate Latinx. And I have Hispanic friends who hate Latinx because, one, the X is not in the language anywhere. It's kind of like how L is not in the Japanese language, so it's not easy to do. And two, it sounds like you're telling them they need a bath or something.
I just kind of went with the whole, it sounds like a Mucinex. It's like it's a Latino version of the Mucinex. Instead of calling, Muca, it's Latinx, Latinx. Like, oh, this is, nasal stuff for, Hispanic folk. Okay.
Also, like I said, none of my Hispanic friends like it, but has anyone of Latin culture ever said, oh yeah, I love the term Latinx? Because I haven't seen it.
No, and
that's all right. They're saying that if you don't like Latinx or Philippines or whatever, if you don't like the ink suffix on in your culture, it means you're against trans people now.
What?
You're against what?
Yeah, that.
Oh,
trans people.
Yeah, this is so
they're saying.
Oh God! So that's why they.
I think you're gonna love this.
Because it's a gender thing. It's a.
The wheat pillar says, I don't mind you guys and everyone else make chimichangas and other Mexican foods.
Thank you for your permission.
That's good. That's good because I make a lot of Mexican food.
Who are watching? Okay, Wokey scum who are watching from the Kiwi farms. We got someone of Latin descent giving us permission. You can shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah,
now.
we got the Mexican code, right? No, the Mexican pass, like the N-word pass, but Mexican.
Personally,
well, we're not using any slurs. That's the thing. Is that
okay? We need another word. We just say the Mexican code then.
Honestly, I'm not really gonna make anything because I'm not a very good cook myself.
Oh yeah, but you're not making your own culture's food either. So yeah.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
A lot of dishes came into existence from other people's dishes. I mean, I remember watching Hitalia, and for anyone who's watched Hitalia, it is fucking funny because
I love Hitalia.
Everyone, including Japan, gets their stereotypes used. It's not just, oh, Japan's made to look perfect while everyone else looks like buffoons because of their stereotypes. But
yeah, and also
they had a short where the Emperor of Japan had beef stew or something with the Queen of England, and he loved it so much that Japan made their own version of stew. And I'm like, that dish would not exist if the Emperor of Japan did not end up loving British beef stew. You're basically denying Japan having a unique dish because you say no cultural appropriation.
Also, go ahead and read the thing, Mr. J.
It says, by Vizinger, aka the El Otaku, aka the Wheat Pillar, I'm a Latino and I don't like the term Latinx.
Man, no one does. Like, I have a Latino friend, and he's like, what the hell is this word? What does it mean? Because guess what? No one of Latino descent who isn't on Twitter, mind you, knows, no even cares. I was speaking with this one individual who was Latino a couple of weeks ago, and, they were talking about this. It's like, we here in, like, South America or Mexico, we got bigger issues than Latinx and Philippines. Like, there's
Yeah.
crimes, there's all sorts of, evil.
Earthquakes.
So it's like they don't have time for mentally challenged nonsense. SJWs, mind you, are the most privileged individuals you will ever see on this planet. They have all the time to sit there and say, well, today I identify as a non-binary caterpillar. Then at 3 o'clock I will identify as a woman. So call me they, them right now, but at 3, call me she and he. Got it?
Okay, sweetheart, I identify as a 12-year-old potato that flips the bird at you.
Hey,
That's an old potato.
Also, Shiny says, I'm okay with any of you making poopa sauce.
Salvadorian.
First
Yeah.
off, I don't even know what that is, and I'm not even a good cook, so don't ask me for cooking.
Look that up there real quick.
Well,
So
it's nice to know we have permission at least.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, every single culture, like, again, you go to the whole when the actress wore that kimono and the, mentally challenged for reading, and yet Japan was like, hey, nice, bravo. And you go
Yeah.
back to the Speedy Gonzalez non-controversy, and yet the Hispanic people are like, hey, put the show back on the air now.
They're like leave my Hispanic mouse alone.
Exactly, you fucking gringo.
I never understood why the wokies hated Speedy so much. I mean,
They thought that because he fed stereotypes, they thought he was an embarrassment to them. It was their projection. Well, the Mexicans love Speedy Gonzalez.
I'm sorry, but when the culture that your character is based off of is like, hey, we love this character, you might, want to keep your fucking mouth shut. I'm still pissed about that Clockwork Orange bullshit where we get a cameo of the cast from Clockwork Orange. Spoilers for anyone who has not read the book or seen the movie. The main characters rape a woman in front of her husband that they had beaten. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Pepe is not allowed in Space Jam 2 because he chases a female cat.
Which, mind you,
ignoring the fact that there are several fucking shorts where said female cat chases him back and he's like, oh shit, no, get away from me.
Which, mind you, by the way, the whole entire shtick with the Pepe Le Pew thing is he stink like a, skunk. And when he didn't stink, the cat was like, oh, how you doing?
Yeah. In fact, she gets even more aggressive when she doesn't have to smell him.
Exactly, there you go. And it's like they don't understand the context. They just go, oh my god, this supports McDonald's frappe culture. And also, Venom Zinger says, correctamundo at, me. Don't forget about Latina mostly prioritizing on winning more money to get out of poverty. Ah, yes. See, like, y'all got, they have bigger issues to worry about than gender studies. But again, and also, one other thing too, though, complaining about, Slowpoke, Speedy's friend.
You mean
that motherfucker's packing.
I love that scene.
Yeah, he packs a gun and he has the ability to hypnotize people. We don't have to worry about Slowpoke dying because he's slow.
I just love that scene where the cat, grabs him and he's like, okay, I'm gonna eat you. Then he just pulls out the damn Glock and...
Wasn't a Glock, it was a revolver, but still.
Well, yeah, but it's more funny to say Glock.
Okay, fair enough.
Also,
yeah, he's packing.
If we're gonna have to deal with forcing Latinx and Philippines, how about we go with the queer culture?
Oh, I still love that. Speedy, though, everybody's sister.
Lesbians are now lesbox. Bisexual people are bics.
No, I hate
that.
Trans people are tricks now.
Well, I mean, here's something else By the way, though,
And
they're wanting to get rid of the whole gay, lesbian, bisexual thing because it's like, okay, if you're a lesbian and you say you hate penis, which, mind you, if you're a lesbian, that means you like the same gender as yourself with the same body parts. The same goes for a gay. But to them, it's like, oh, if you say you're a lesbian, you're being rude and disrespecting the women who have penises. And if you're saying you're gay, you're disrespecting men who have
okay,
vaginas.
I'm sorry, but the only women I can think of that have penises are trans women who haven't gotten the bottom surgery yet.
Can you?
Or Fudas?
Mr. A, Fire King X. Here's a fact. I'm Samoanian. I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. Samoanian. So I'm basically a Muslim.
Nice.
Also, cool avatar, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, this is where I'm gonna chime in here. I hate to cut you out there, Dee, but give me a chance to say this. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Latino. It doesn't matter, because basically our group is naturally inclusive. Because we actually all believe, in one thing. We just actually want our entertainment.
We're not the regurgitated it bullshit wokey version of inclusive.
What pisses me off about the bullshit of the whole cultural appropriation thing is I love to cook. I love to cook a lot, and for me, food is something that's universal. I love to share food with people.
Well, it's
be they
funny.
friends or family.
Well, what's funny about that is cultural appropriating or stuff like that is racist in itself, because what you, the SJW, are saying is no one is allowed to explore outside of their own race, their own culture.
Well, I mean, my sister-in-law, who's Vietnamese, offered to give me the recipe for a Vietnamese dish that I said looked delicious on her and my sister's Instagram, because they go by Rue and Sriracha on Instagram, and they share Cajun and Vietnamese recipes.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And also, welcome, Fire King, and also Shiny Evolution. Yeah, it's always the damn white, mostly 9 times out of 10, a woman who says these things. Which, by the way, that is the only time I will ever apologize for my skin color, because these people make us look bad. Like, listen, we white people, especially in Louisiana, for Didi here, we love spicy food. We can handle the spice, okay?
Yeah.
Also,
dude, the Mexicans in my high school used to tell me to lay off the hot sauce.
Dude, if the Mexicans are telling you to lay off the hot sauce, you know there's something up.
Honestly, I think it was because honestly, I think it was because they were afraid I was going to use it all. But jokes aside, I eat spicy everything.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
same here.
In Louisiana, we love our spices. I remember going to a camp in Colorado when I was 13. I had to turn my scrambled eggs black with pepper just to get it to halfway taste non-bland.
Nice.
So while everybody else is wanting sunny side up, you want the eclipse.
Dude.
Nice.
Like, basically, I usually prefer eating my eggs with hot sauce, because.
I mean, the other thing to note here is also, like, these people, the wokies, again, make us look bad and stuff. It's like we have to, not just as a skin color, but as a human fucking race and Americans, have to remind the rest of the world that we are not the ones on TikTok. Those of us who love our country, we love America. We don't support these mentally challenged people who are saying, I'm a non-binary sea cucumber, yay! Like, no.
Well, and let's face it,
I'm a 12-year-old potato that flips you off. That's my
and bear in mind, sea cucumbers, their genitals are on their head, their reproductive organs are on their head.
Oh, so they're little dickheads.
So yeah, but hear me out. So think of that episode of SpongeBob. I didn't know that was a hat. It wasn't.
Oh no!
Oh no! Not
Oh my
only
lordy
did
bagordy.
not
Kevin
only did
is-
they rip
yeah.
a body part off of him, oh god,
It was that one.
they basically turned him into a eunuch.
He's non-binary now.
Oh god, why do we do? Okay, but anyway, like I said,
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
what we used
add
to
this.
call non-binary people. Eunuchs.
Okay, I'm sorry to the creator. I love that he always made sure that animal facts made sense and stuff. But if he was trying
Yo,
to
they
do
did that
an
on
adult,
purpose.
if he was trying to do an adult joke for the adults who were probably forced to watch SpongeBob, this is basically the joke went over everyone's head, not just the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Also,
now you watch it again, then it's like, oh.
Anyone remember that episode of SpongeBob where he's basically watching undersea porn?
Oh,
And then
yeah.
Gary shows up and he's like, "Oh, Gary, I was looking for the sports channel."
Oh, I think it was the episode where. Crap. That was probably another different episode.
yeah, but anyway, guys, you know how they're always actually saying that they sexually identify as something. Heck, I'll actually freaking sexually identify myself as a freaking harem hentai protagonist.
Yeah, well.
I will
fair
now
enough.
fill your mind with subliminal messaging.
You know what? I identify as your mom, and I'm very disappointed in you.
Oh God, Dee Dee, you have no idea. Now the mommy jokes begin.
Oh God, why? What do we have to do this? Yeah, but listen, guys. The reason why I'm actually doing this because has anyone seen that freaking? Okay, I know that I've actually read a post of this as well. Someone actually made this CalArts version of freaking some dude freaking punching
Oh,
I saw
God,
that.
I saw it
Yeah,
too.
Silent Joker shared it with us, but oh my God.
That right
Wait.
there was nothing more but the embodiment of virgin rage.
Wait, one question.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Oh, by the way, to answer Fire King for 1 second, yes, and also, wait, so you do streams on the iPad? Or, but though, what I was going to say though is like, yeah, it was this neckbeard loser. He's the guy that makes the comics where he's the blue teddy bear, Care Bear looking guy, and he's basically woke. He's a male feminist saying, "Hey, don't do this," and this.
Oh no, not him! I found some of his comics funny.
Yeah, well, now he apparently went woke and.
Well, I agree with almost it. I agree with.
Or something. Every
Yeah,
time
but I agree.
It goes fucking
Diddy. Yeah. I mean, I like a lot of what Razorfist says, but I cannot agree with him on anime or anime culture.
Yeah, and that's why I actually have to say this. Since freaking the Anime Man is my antithesis, I gotta say that Razorfist is my foil.
Yeah.
Not a bad foil to have.
Because everybody else, everything else he says is on point when he talks about masculinity and all that. It's just he's got a thing against anime, and it kind of sucks.
Oh, Dio.
Yeah, he loves Japanese metal. He does love Japanese metal, though, so I can't hold that against him.
Dio.
Yes.
Tell them about what my character told the Tanuki to turn into when we had to disguise ourselves for the con.
Okay, so give you guys some context. We had to go undercover because Dee Dee's character was banned from the con.
Because she called an XP of Monica out on her bullshit.
Yeah. So basically, the Tanuki, who is known for transforming into things, that's what in my version, he can also transform people and things into whatever. Dee Dee decided that the best thing for him to transform into was a neckbeard.
Well, I mean, those are the only people who would really hang around Monica. I'm sorry.
And what makes it even worse, though, is like my version of the Tanuki was already a 6 foot tall, kind of fat guy, and this
With
just
coconut-sized balls.
Yes, and this just made it even worse.
Oh, I even roasted the celebrity by saying this from the bottom of my heart. You're trash, Brock.
Also, we missed you too, Fire King.
Yeah, in fact, this is just my personal thing. Basically, people really need to lay off, hating on anime, Razor Fist included, because basically that shit really old.
You have
fucking
no.
Oh, y'all should have been in Taylor's.
Idea how much that pisses me off when people dunk on anime as like it's the only thing getting dunked on in entertainment, and yet people, and yet there are other forms of media that do so much worse than anime. Like Jesus, CalArts, for example. Like Jesus fucking Christ, you're gonna tell me CalArts is better than anime? Bitch, please.
Maybe we should start dunking on CalArts then. I mean, hell, I'm actually all for it.
Didi wanted to say something, guys. Didi wanted to say something.
Anyway, y'all should have been in Taylor's stream when she reacted to Hariyama's anime theme based videos, and I was so annoyed every time she complained and then started rambling about something else in her video. I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Like I want to shake her. I'm like, shut up, shut up. You don't like anime. You keep claiming you like Uraraka from My Hero Academia, but you're complaining about her not being able to pull the trigger and tell Izuku she likes him.
Yeah, and basically this is just, freaking irritating as fuck because basically, like I said, I'm still...
Don't even get me started on my arch nemesis Lance Rothman. Like, this guy...
the Farms is
just
watching.
Dunks on anime fans. And yet he says... And yet he keeps telling people, I don't have a problem with anime. Clearly you do, because you're constantly in our faces for what we enjoy, you jagoff.
And then she wants Mineta gotten rid of because Mineta's a perv. I'm like, but I bet you if he was a girl.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, a great case in point for that, and I know you like the movie DD, but just hear me out for the sake of the argument. Turning Red. The MC and them were thirsty, which there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. But you know as well as I do, if the gender was reversed, this would be a very problematic movie. Now tell me I'm wrong.
You're absolutely right.
I'm not telling you you're wrong, but people are already complaining about Turning Red, a movie aimed at kids who are like 12, 13 years old, and they're saying, oh, children shouldn't know about periods and stuff. I'm like, well, why the hell not? Maybe we'd get some men who will realize that women can't hold in period blood like fucking urine. There are men who think women can hold in period blood like fucking urine because of the fact that they were not taught about female anatomy.
And one thing I do want to throw out there too, by the way, with the whole period thing. First and foremost, I'm still surprised that there are women as adults who do not believe that their daughters who are 13 are on the period. It really makes no sense because when I was watching the r/stories about I forgot what it was, but like rules or something in your house. But one of them, a couple of the women clearly were talking about how their moms didn't give them the tools or the items that they needed for that time of the month because and it's like, wait, shouldn't you as a female know this? Like, it's one thing when the dad is stupid to not know this, but
well, thankfully my mom made sure I had the stuff when unfortunately Aunt Flo decided my 13th birthday be the best time to visit for the first time. Not before or after. No. Let's say happy birthday to Dee Dee.
Soto, did you want to say something? I hope we were.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
Also, this I
I
like
caught myself
it.
humming a theme from Metal Gear Rising.
Nice.
I like this scene
okay.
I like this scene in Turning Red where at the time they don't know it's that May is turning into a red panda. So her mom says, "Is the red peony blooming?" And May's like, "No, maybe." And I loved that her mom basically had things prepared, teas to help with cramps, pads, tampons, basically anything to help May in her time of need with what was thought to be her first period.
And one thing I will also throw out there too, like I vouch that this is a movie that even a 6-year-old should see. Not like okay, think about it. You got siblings, right? You're 6 years old, and you have a 13 or 14-year-old, older sister, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to need to know especially if you're a little girl yourself, and you're going to the bathroom and you see a thing, you're going to need.
It'll basically be like that scene from My Girl where the main character Veda thinks she's hemorrhaging out because up until the makeup artist that they hired for the funeral home showed up, she had no fucking idea what a period was. So you feel so bad for her because she thinks she's dying because she doesn't know women are supposed to bleed down there during time of the month.
Since your birthday's coming up in 9 days there, Fire King X, I hope you actually have a nice and happy early birthday. So.
Happy early birthday,
dude.
Happy early birthday, Fire King, and happy early birthday to
my
DD,
birthday is the 28th.
2022, huh?
But what I was
going to
say was like it is important that a young audience knows what this is because again, if they have siblings, well, as I do, either a brother or little brother or little sister is going to walk into the room of an older sister or the bathroom and see something. It's like, okay, what is this? And that way we don't have that incident from I forgot the movie that you just mentioned, but we don't have that incident like, oh my god, my older sister's dying. Oh no. Well. Okay.
By the way, Fire King, how old are you going to be?
22.
22.
Oh.
My birthday's at the end of the month.
So
nice.
Even by comments, even the commenters are older than me.
You baby.
Hey, no judgment there in Shadow. No judgment from any of us. So.
Well, on the bright side,
I wouldn't
know
worry
better
about that, Shadow. If you're just as grumpy as the rest of us, then welcome to the club.
Oh, Dio.
It means you're paying attention.
Do you want to tell everyone in the stream what Shadow said when I showed you what I imagined? Imagine Wisteria's little adopted Tanuki baby would look like.
Well, hold on, I forgot what he did say.
He asked why there's a loli in the stream.
Oh, right. Yeah, this dude is going to sit there 2 times, mind you, in the session. One time when we seen Dee Dee's Golem, little baker helper.
I'm sorry, I was just wanted to make a joke.
I mean, it was funny and all, but still, just.
I didn't.
Why is there what in the stream?
A loli, because I posted a gif of a little raccoon girl because that's what I want Wisteria to get in the future is a little raccoon girl to raise as her daughter. And Shadow asked why there was a raccoon loli in the stream.
I'm sorry. I was just curious.
That is funny though.
Yeah. I mean, it's just as funny as when Dee Dee's character asked to see.
I mean, you've got me. I'm using Cerno as an avatar, so, whatever.
My character only asked to see because you made reference to the Tanuki having huge balls. Who's not going to look at the Tanuki's crotch after that?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
I was expecting you not to want to see it.
That's all right. I found a jar of and they sell it in a jar. It's at the liquor store. It's Tanuki sake, and my brother-in-law looks at it and says, "Oh, look, Tanuki baby batter," and I'm like, "Well, that ruins it."
Oh,
About-
no.
Just saying this about last night. I just want to say sorry. That was very immature of me.
Nobody's asking you to apologize.
No. It's all fun shit. It's all fun.
Guys,
Okay.
It was more funny than anything. If anything, it was funny because the only people who would really get upset at that are the people who hate us. So
yeah, which hit them.
Motherfuckers here.
Mr. A's trying to read something.
Let Mr. Anime speak.
Hey. Guys, I hate to interrupt, but Fire King wanted me to read this message. It says his birthday's on April 21st. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's your birthday with Bakugo and Hitler.
That's on
No. Yeah, 20th is Hitler. 420. Yeah, there are two things 420 is famous for.
Oh, sorry. It's been a while since I got yeeted from Twitter, so I'm not unfortunately deluged with people who won't let shit go that happened months ago.
Or
also, here's another
ago.
thing. It turns out that this is actually freaking just a joke right now. It turns out that Father's Day is actually going to be on Juneteenth.
Oh God.
No. What is Juneteenth? There's no such thing as.
What's you want to know what's funny?
Oh, okay. Good.
What we want to know what's funny is that a lot of people were anyone who criticizes fatherlessness, even like they're automatically considered racist, even though they're talking about everyone with who is a fatherless, not just one race. Like they're talking about everybody, and yet it's reduced down to this race narrative. That's just it's insane because they're not just talking about one race with father. They're talking about everybody, and yet people want to interpret and twist it into this race narrative, and it's bullcrap. It's like, what about white people with fatherless homes? There's the exact same issue. It's like, what the hell's wrong with these people trying to twist into this race narrative?
Yeah, in fact, also, Nepp actually brings up this good point, and I totally agree with him on this. I just watched Rita Healer. I wanted season 2.
Oh my God!
I haven't seen it, but I want season 2 just to piss off the right people. Because it pisses off the right people.
Let me know when you read the chat I sent, Mr. A.
Read it.
By the way, can you all believe there are people inserting transgender bullshit into Elden Ring? Like, goddamn.
Of course, right?
You know what?
I can believe almost anything.
I'm just gonna say this: there could be a sliced peach with the pit removed, and a cucumber next to it, and people would say it's a sign of the peach wanting to be a transgendered man.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
No, it's supposed to freaking mean that you're actually wanting to,
That's what it's supposed. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be symbolism of. It's supposed to be symbolism of sex, not.
Yeah. By the way, if you want my Elden Ring transgender symbolism, God's a tranny, and I beat his ass and marry Ranny.
Guess what though? Guess what? Just like I brought up before, though, the whole it is censored because instead of saying male and female, they say body A and body B, which is stupid. But even though it doesn't take away nor does it add anything, it's the fact that it shouldn't happen. It's a male or female body. You should not have to censor it.
Well, like I have this story I've been trying to write and get done for a couple years involving mermaids, where it would make sense that you don't need a straight couple in order to have babies, because they breed like fish. So basically, a lesbian couple could go up to a gay couple and be like, "Look, we'll give you half the clutch of our eggs in exchange for the stuff we need to fertilize them. That way, everyone gets a kid."
basically turns mating into a business transaction. I mean,
Yeah,
Man,
it's done outside the body, I guess.
That's
Yeah,
kind
but-
of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
but also, I am gonna have a trans character. They're gonna be a trans woman, and the mermaid they end up as is a clownfish mermaid, because it's a thing that came to me where most mermaids were basically turned into mermaids by an alien who lives in the ocean after they started drowning and stuff. And I thought, well, clownfish transition into females if there are no females in the group of clownfish. So I thought, what if this character was a trans woman and she ended up being a clownfish, so she basically got to transition into a woman.
and see, that right there is not only creative, but it's also a great idea, and only if the Wokies could take notes, because what you just made was a character who just so happens to be trans. Meanwhile, SJWs, who make comics and all that, make tokens. It's like, look, this is a gay character. See how gay they are?
Yeah, it's just like how they can't actually freaking, they actually have to take established characters and then make them gay, like Iceman, for instance.
I am gonna admit that the main character, who goes by Sean as a nickname, this is why it's taking so long for me to finish it, because I'm trying to write it to where you don't know what their gender is until the end of the book. But they're basically like, I'm comfortable if someone calls me a boy or a girl.
And also, I just want to read Evolution's comment. It happened with the same situation with Tim Tim, what I already talked about before, which I am glad I never bought that game because it. Oh yeah, so you're good. It was good that you didn't get that game because.
What the fuck is a Tim Tim?
Okay, so a couple of years ago, there was this game that was supposed to come out, and I don't know if it was the director or the fans were saying this game was going to beat Pokemon. It was going to put Pokemon in its place. Yeah, because it goes unnoticed for about 2 or 3 years. I don't know how long.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, Digimon is barely hanging on as Pokemon's rival.
To be fair,
What makes you
Digimon.
think you're
Digimon,
gonna be the
believe it or
reason?
not.
But to be fair,
and
Digimon is
Yokai
at
Watch.
least Digimon is at least sitting next to Pokemon comfortably. Yokai Watch is sitting at the other end of the table. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Tim Tim is sitting in the corner, licking its own shoe, wanting to eat food from its boot. But Tim Tim, first of all, the facial designs of the characters uncanny valley, like it looks creepy as hell. Secondly, it is woke because you can choose a he him, she her, or they them, and also the way
I'm
the
surprised
character
there wasn't any other pronouns like Zzer, Zazu,
well,
Zip,
the other
Lou.
the other thing is the character, the way they run is very stereotypical of how a gay person runs. Flailing their arms like, ooh, oh my, I gotta run away, ooh, ooh, ooh.
To be fair, Velma. To be fair, Velma was running like that in the Scooby-Doo series for a very long time.
Yeah, but that's like different
but Velma
though.
is a girl.
Yeah, and this was like
when a dude runs like when a dude runs like that, it's just
and it doesn't help.
It's just telling the dude.
It doesn't help.
Clearly has no.
It doesn't help that the character designs for all the characters look like they were inspired by the Zoomans from Steven Universe, where they have these very it's very girly, feminine, unisex design. I really don't know how to explain it, but though also.
But let's give Rebecca Sugar this. At least she tried to make sure all body types were included, not this bullshit of everybody is fucking fat.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, and what's funny is in the game, everyone is gay or not gay, but it's well known that a lot of characters are LGBT, and it is a clear ripoff of Pokemon because what they will have is what do I have is you
Look at
go to the professor to choose your starter. Meanwhile, Nexomon, a game that I'm playing and is absolutely fantastic, that game, it is inspired by both
Hey, Geek Freak,
Digimon and
what's up?
Pokemon, but though it still stands on its own legs. It's something that's worthy to sit next to Pokemon and Digimon.
Something that
Geek
also
Freak, man, what's up?
something that
He
also
actually had to walk his dog, so
something that
it is what it is, dude.
something
Good.
that also annoys me is every time someone's. It's already bad enough you're wanting to take a canonically straight character, example Velma, because she has had many men she's shown infatuation with, including Johnny Bravo, I may add. But it's already bad enough they want to take a character that's canonically straight and make them gay, but they always go for the stereotypical looking ones. Like they choose Velma because she has a short hairstyle. They choose Betty DeVille because of the fact that she looks like a stereotypical butch lesbian. They never go after the women who are traditionally feminine, like Angelica's mom Charlotte, who's a businesswoman. They never go after Daphne to make gay. It's always fucking the ones that would be a stereotype of the butch fucking lesbian, and it pisses me off.
Because these people, the Wokies, they don't care about actual representation. They only care about looking good and saying, here you go, gay people. Here you go, black people. Here you go, women. Here's your character. Shut up and praise me. I know I'm a good person.
No, you reskin someone as bisexual, sexual, and say be happy. I'm not gonna be happy. I'm gonna be offended. I'm gonna be pissed because you're saying you don't care about me, and the only reason you're doing this is because you want me to buy your crap. By saying, "See, we're woke, we're with it, we care about your feelings." No, you don't, because you give me an original fucking character if you cared about my bisexuality, you motherfuckers.
Exactly. And again, it's they want to feel good. I go back to the whole waiting room analogy where, we would sit next to the opposite of us because it's no big deal. But they would not only sit next to the opposite of them, but they'll put it on TikTok, they'll put it on Twitter, and be like, look at me, look how humble and virtuous I am sitting next to this, black Muslim trans woman who is, sitting here. Look how good I am.
You do that shit next to me, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That'll be something you can put on fucking TikTok. I got punched by a bisexual bitch.
Dude, if I actually ever get my own TikTok, I'm just gonna go like this. Fuck y'all. TikTok is trash.
And then they'll probably ban you.
I mean, that's
I'm saying it now. Any asshole who sits next to me because they somehow figure out I'm bisexual and is like, I'm sitting next to this beautiful bisexual woman, I'm gonna punch you in the face, give you a black eye, probably break your nose, and then I'm sure you'll be like, I got punched by a bisexual bitch. I will make a TikTok account just to put a video saying, hey, I was minding my own fucking business and this jackass decided to sit next to me and start filming me without my fucking permission.
Hey, Dee, it'd be your luck though. They're into that shit.
Hey guys, hold on. Basically, Geek Freak says one of the problems is that they just don't show the bad in every race or culture. They just show the positives, and that's dangerous because we all know that there's bad in all races and groups.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, a great point. Case in point, though, they will sit there and say Africa is like a paradise and it's nothing but like paradise.
Paradise in Africa.
Yeah, I'm sure people from there think so.
I mean, the Blood Diamonds don't mean shit.
It's fucking sad.
Blood Diamonds.
If y'all motherfuckers want
Blood Diamonds.
Hungry, you got where the fucking food is.
Are you okay?
Well, the thing is that Africa is plagued by the De Beers Company and stuff like that. Corporate exploitation.
But I mean, they make everyone. They make the white straight individual look evil, bloodthirsty, demonic. Meanwhile, every other race and gender and sexuality is a pure being. Notice how there's no such thing as a LGBT villain. Mind you, wokey LGBT members are not only evil, but they do more bad to the LGBT image than any phobe could ever hope to do.
Well, I'm gonna use this as an example of the wokies with the LGBT community. It's like when Logan Paul went to Japan. What little respect we managed to get from Japan's populace went out the window when he's like, "Hey there, here's me playing with the corpse in the suicide forest. Hey there."
Dude, that is just
that bullshit of people saying, "Oh well, he was nervous, that's why he was laughing." Okay, fine. We do weird things when we're nervous, but my first thought isn't, let me post this video of me finding a fucking body onto YouTube.
Mind you, he had to go home, download it, which takes maybe like 10 to 20 to 30 minutes to download, and say, yes, publish. He had plenty of time to sit back and say, you know what?
This is kind of a sick, twisted thing to do.
Yeah, like he had plenty of time.
I thought he posted it live.
Funny
I
how
didn't know he. Like, I thought he live streamed that.
No, I don't think he would. I think he probably would have taken it home and uploaded it while he was in the U.S. so that he wouldn't get arrested.
Fair enough.
If he would have posted that while he was in Japan, they would know. They would have known, and they would have went after him, probably.
Yeah, we probably would have heard news stories of one of the Paul brothers got hauled off to a Japanese prison.
Also, and we're like, oh no, okay.
Another good point. The other thing is that there are people who will play the victim or downplay things or say it will never happen. Like today, Japan never said sorry for the war crimes they did. Yeah, that was like over a century ago, nearly a century ago. And
let it go. It's supposed to be history by now. For fuck's sake.
What's funny is, it's supposed to be. There was
just like World War II. I mean, it hasn't hit a century yet, but eventually, in like 2045, we should be allowed to talk about the Holocaust again.
And guess what? They will sit there and say, "Oh, Japan should pay for their war crimes," and yet
it's like, so should America. America did some fucked up shit too.
They can't let it
and more
go.
Recently too. The America's war crimes are much more recent, and in fact, I think the U.S. should pay because we've done that in recent history, like very recently.
Well,
war in Iraq,
which one's you
Afghanistan.
Talking about?
Well, what I'm saying is, if we're gonna say like Japan, Germany, whatever, have to pay for their war crimes, so does fucking America, because fucking America has done some terrible shit too. You're not allowed to tell countries.
But you don't understand. You don't understand. Most of the people that are bitching about war crimes and stuff agree that America should pay for their war crimes. They think that power absolutely just comes free. There is no country that has gained power in any of history that hasn't had to be the bad guy once in a while. That's just the way it is.
This is why the aliens don't talk to us.
No, indeed, they do not, because we be doing some rather dumbass shit.
Hey, basically,
I think the aliens come every couple hundred years. They look down at the planet. If they see we're beating each other's heads again, they're like, yeah, they're not ready, and fly off.
It's like they drive by the planet. It's like, oh, keep going.
This is the bad planet in the area.
They're like, keep going. We don't want to mess with these people. These, they might.
Yeah,
let's get out of here before they nuke our ship.
They'll steal our beryllium crystals.
They'll give us gender crap and all that nonsense.
Like look what happened to the ones that landed in Area 51.
Military base.
Speaking of Roswell, I've been there, and basically, I gotta
But
say,
that's just a theory, a conspiracy theory.
Do y'all remember when
wait,
people?
Dude.
Do y'all
Wait.
remember when people said they were going to storm Area 51?
Oh yeah, those idiots.
Oh wait,
I
Mr.
told my dad. I
wonder how that went.
I told my dad if
One
I had
person
the,
got arrested, I think, but that was like the only one.
I told my dad that if I had the money, I'd have rented a van, you know, one of those vans with a bed in the back and stuff, and brought some cold drinks and food with some binoculars to watch people get tased. You know, just sit on like a cliff edge or something, watch them.
It's a military base. They wouldn't get tased. They would get shot. They're
My point is, I'd be watching it through binoculars. And
Well, if they
off.
got shot, I'm pretty sure there would be a controversy about it, because
whatever.
Yeah,
because U.S. military shooting Americans would kind of be it wouldn't go over well for PR. Let's just say that if it would have happened, then whoever was president at the time would have probably went down in the polls.
I mean,
yeah, it was Trump.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Some Karen who
You didn't want to risk it.
Some Karen who spoiled her child that joined in the raiding would be like, "My little Bobby was a precious angel, and he didn't deserve to be shot." Meanwhile, we, the normal people, are like, "He tried to storm a military thing. He was an angel."
Well, he was an American citizen. I think if you arrest those people, you don't shoot them, because I'm telling you this right now, military or not, you don't just shoot American citizens. If you're an American soldier, you don't turn on your own people. I don't care.
Hey, he's an angel now.
yeah.
Hey, you know, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't agree with this idea of just shooting Americans.
Mr. Ray is saying something.
Okay. Also, Geek Freak 17 actually brings up a good point. No, all I'm saying is that there are people out there today who says they never did anything like the Turks or the Armenians, or again, like Japan and Nanking. All I'm saying is that there are the people out there that will blame the victim and say that never happened, or those sort of people, regardless what race you are the worst sort of people.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
yeah.
I like a Colonel Otaku Gatekeeper on Twitter, but even I kind of have my doubts about this whole Nanking was a hoax sort of deal, because
I'm gonna be honest. I'm wondering why Biden hasn't offered sanctuary for people from Ukraine.
Oh, we have people from Ukraine. They're coming here.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Also, I love the thing of Putin being like, "We claim Chernobyl." I'm like, "Yeah, you claimed a place that is still so radioactive. People are making fun of people on Instagram who take selfies saying, 'Enjoy your cancer in 10 years.'"
Okay, yeah, but see, I'm more worried about why they want it. What the hell are they gonna do with it? They wanted it. That scares the shit out of me.
Well, it's not like they can do anything.
Yeah, it's not like I actually have a dog in the fucking race. Like
stuff grows there. Stuff happens there. They know shit that we don't. And if you can bet your ass if somebody like Vladimir Putin and his administration want it, they know something that we don't.
Well,
they can use it
let's
somehow.
just hope that the Ukrainians can take it back. I don't know.
Once again, I don't have a particular dog in the fucking race. I'm just like Dr. Sundawa in this
well, I mean, the only reason why I'm against the Russians is because they are the aggressors. That's pretty much it. If Ukraine were to have invaded Russia, I would actually side with Russia if it was the other way around. But you know, I just don't like the fact that the Russia could be the aggressors and get away with it.
Oh, by the way, Didi,
and we should be held accountable for Iraq. That's just the same as Russia is now.
What, Dio?
Look at your Discord. I just posted a picture in the news fandom. It's the idiots who are complaining about the anime Spy and Feminine X Spy. saying it's problematic, even though it's just the dad, spinning his little girl.
I see. I'm gonna have to refresh my YouTube thing because I was watching a live thing about Johnny Depp.
I saw it.
Yeah, and again, it shows you, and it shows you the difference between people who had a family and the SJWs. Because let's face it, SJWs are nothing more but the embodiment of mommy and daddy issues.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Also, don't even get me started on the fact that people are still saying, oh, 2 balls wasn't enough for Japan. They were talking about freaking wiping the entire country off of the face of the planet.
Yeah, those idiots. Those idiots are racist.
Day, man. Like, who the fuck would? Who but a bunch of xenophobic, sociopathic asswipes would want to entire country wiped out all because of a fucking cartoon medium.
Mad, I need you to do your screeching to this. Someone on Reddit suggested that Netflix should do a live-action Sailor Moon.
Oh.
No. I need you to do your screaming.
No. I'll be right back.
Oh, God.
No, I need you to do your screaming. I saw this. And
he's getting ready. He's preparing.
Oh, no.
He's preparing.
No, I'm just more praying to whatever deity exists right now because I'm basically doing the old Monty Python shtick.
You're getting ready to attack them with a banana?
Oh, wow.
No, this. Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
So you're banishing them to Detroit.
You know what's funny? Every time me and Didi and Shadow make a Detroit joke, we instantly think of you.
Okay, Mr. A, can you hold the sign up because Matt's not doing the screaming?
Tempting fate.
Well, you didn't see me earlier in the stream.
Actually,
I was about
scratch that. Screw Detroit. Detroit otaku's already suffered enough with these assholes. Let's send them packing to
Siberia.
No, wait, I got it.
Let's send them to Antarctica.
Wait, I got it.
No. I'm more thinking coastal waters of an Asian archipelago nation state filled with a bunch of really pissed off fishermen.
Wait, I got it.
So Australia?
Super Detroit.
Oh God! You gotta freaking play it, dude. You gotta freaking play it because basically, I still love that. I mean, fuck you, Will.
Everyone, guys.
Wait, I got it. I got something even better. Super Detroit.
We actually did a Detroit thing in the campaign yesterday.
Yeah. We have a superhero called Captain Detroit, and we made a joke where Dan Glee, yes, he's based on Stan Lee, makes a joke and says, it could be worse. He could be a hero of Detroit.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dan Glee will make a joke about
the coastal waters of Japan.
I wonder if Dan Glee will make a joke about 90s edgelord type anti-heroes.
But Dio, you kind of made the state hero disgusting. The man wants to be able to have a harem and fuck women.
Because he's doing it for America. To make sure that he...
Yeah, he comes near Wisteria, she'll cut his meatballs and sausage off.
But his power is invincibility.
Yes.
Wisteria will find a way.
Also, guys, Heat17 says, I'd like to suggest a movie to you guys to check out. Ollie G in the House. This is a politically incorrect and funny. You wouldn't see a movie like this today.
Oh, dude,
I think starting
giving a gun to a monkey joke, man.
Starting at 14, every boy should be, and most girls should be required. It should be required viewing to watch Sylvester Stallone's Demolition Man.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes!
yeah.
Damn it! I forgot to watch it.
I remember.
Oh, it's not too
It's
late.
on Hulu right now.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do love Taco Bell, but that would not be something I'd want to eat every day. You get me?
Okay, but they didn't even have tacos and stuff. Did you see that terrible food they were putting on there?
They were making it like if you went to an expensive restaurant and they gave you the
Yeah, and they don't even have salt. They don't even have salt. You know, to make this food taste less shit.
I'm just
rather
gonna
be
say
eating burgers at this point.
if I were to be frozen and I woke up to a future where they don't even have the good stuff from Taco Bell, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this shit? Where's my triple X stuffed burrito? And,
Yeah.
Don't
and
you
it
know
was a
eating
giant
red
burrito.
meat is banned in the future because red meat is murder.
Fuck you! I want my fucking stuffed burrito.
Well, and what a lot of people don't realize.
Fuck the militant vegans. They're
I
a
was
bunch of
fixing to
idiots.
say they touch my Jello. Jello's made out of horse hooves, you know, and other hooves. Like, you know, gelatin is made out of hooves. If they touch my Jello, I'm gonna knock somebody the clear fuck out.
Wait, you really like Jello that much?
I'm
Dude.
just saying. I wake up, I find out.
It's not just Jello. It's like gummies in general. All these people like their gummy vitamins. They're, you know, a true vegan can't eat gummy vitamins unless it's made out of agar, like, which is a plant-based gelatin. But I mean that's the point. If you like anything with gelatin in it, you're not a vegan.
But my point is, if I wake up and I find out I can't get my burrito that's the size of my head, I'm gonna be flipping tables and beating people.
Hell yeah.
Please don't beat me because I'm mentally weak.
Why would I beat you? You wouldn't be the one who took my burritos away.
Yeah,
you would, however, be flying on her shoulder like a Iago, apparently.
Yeah.
And also, don't even get me started on the fact that you can't actually have sex, you know, like do the dirty.
Oh, that was disturbing. And
Tell me about it. Having sex.
I love all of his euphemisms. I love all of his euphemisms for it, though.
What destroyed society in the 1990s? Are you fucking for real, motherfucker?
But I love all.
I mean, it wasn't even like what you would see in like Grand Theft Auto or something. No, it was this thing of bam, bam, and it's like this is not sex at all.
Yeah,
it's just flashing images.
I mean, SJWs can definitely relate to that because no one will ever shag them, so having no sex is perfectly fine with these losers.
Like I said, I think that movie should be required viewing.
We have this whole Ace Pride thing, courtesy of Professor Otaku, who is clearly the spokesman for the asexual movement.
Yeah, it's basically, you know, if freaking Lance Rothman is your antithesis, then basically Professor Otaku could be your freaking foil.
And then
no. Professor Otaku is more my arch nemesis. Lance Rothman is just another one of my rogues gallery.
Anyway, and then the music is just jingles from back in the day, like Armor Hot Dogs.
Oh hell no!
Like,
yeah,
honestly,
talk about lame selection of music there.
Wait.
Although when I was a kid, I sang the Oscar Mayer Wiener song a lot.
Wait, guys. So since we, go ahead.
I'm talking about the fact that that's all they have for music. You don't have variety. I'm sorry, but when you're making me pine for some of Disney's worst movies music, you have a fucked up society because you don't have variety music-wise.
Although the best
and who do we have to blame for the society in Demolition Man? Why, none other than the XP for Brandon, Dr. Raymond Coxo. Come on down.
Oh yeah, since we're talking about antithesis and
and
arch enemies, I
I
think
feel
I'm more of a sidekick. But which do you think I would be better for your sidekick? Like, do you think I would be better as yours, Mr. A sidekick, or Matt's sidekick?
You can be both our sidekick.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gay.
They share custody.
Dude, you're not you'd be like Launchpad, where half the time you're with Darkwing Duck and the other half the time you're with the
like I said,
Black
they
Pack.
share custody of them.
Scrooge
Oh
McDuck.
yeah,
Scrooge
oh,
McDuck,
yeah, I could
whatever,
do
yeah.
that. Yeah, I guess
like
I could be
said, they
Launchpad.
share custody. But I feel so sorry for the children in Demolition Man. You're not allowed to have toys unless they're educational.
Yeah, that is.
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? I was watching the
By order of the Burgermeister Meisterburger.
You know what's funny is I was watching again the whole r/Reddit horror stories, and it goes to the whole the mother didn't let the girl have tampons. That along with those stories, the worst parents, whatever. There was a lot of kids too who couldn't have Transformers and stuff like that because they weren't educational, and it was one kid. One kid was only allowed to have this one Transformer only because the grandfather told him, told the mother that, oh, well, he can learn the mechanical dynamics of a jet, aka it was Starscream, aka
Well,
best
it
Decepticon.
doesn't matter. That grandpa is freaking genius.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Especially since he gave him Starscream.
What, you're gonna tell me that Gunpla ain't fucking educational? Like, you're teaching children the fine qualities of creating a giant murder death kill machine.
Huzzah!
But it's like, first of all, what the hell would an educational toy be besides ABC blocks and stuff like that?
Exactly. It's like they're trying to dumb down our kids.
Well, if you look at Carmen Sandiego, that was made to teach kids geography. But that is actually fun. Most of the educational games I've seen, it's like, oh God, no wonder kids never want these things. Carmen Sandiego actually made learning geography fun because you, when playing, were an agent trying to track down Carmen Sandiego and some of her lackeys who had stolen artifacts from around the world.
And see, that's why that Carmen Sandiego is better than, oh, I don't know, Mario is Missing.
Oh God, that game was terrible. That game was terrible.
A little story for you guys. A little story. When I was a kid, like 7 years old, Blockbuster was a thing, right? And my mom and granddaddy, we would go to Blockbuster, get movies, and me a game. So
it got you too. Then I got Mario is Missing. That's how I ended up playing it too. Was from Blockbuster. It nabbed you too, man.
Exactly. It's like, wait, where is the fun?
Because there was no.
Exactly. All Luigi's doing is just walking around and
have fun.
There was no combat really. They couldn't even hurt you.
No.
Yeah, they couldn't even hurt you. Like, it was terrible.
I mean, in all fairness, let's be honest, it did give us great YouTube poops.
Yeah.
All I can say is I'll take Luigi's Mansion over Mario is Missing any day of the week.
Also, guys,
Planet was just so unintentionally hilarious. Like, a superhero that
all toasters toast.
Superhero, how funny is that?
Oh, y'all should see Don Cheadle's Captain Planet. Everybody's a tree. If it weren't for the fact I don't want to have to refresh my thing for the trial with Come Geeksome, I would get the link for y'all. But just look up Don Cheadle's Captain Planet.
Oh God, yes, Captain Planet was at least fun, cheesy, where you can laugh at just how stupid it is.
But Don Cheadle in this skit is funny. The Planeteers call on him because they gotta stop the bad guy. He turns the bad guy into a tree, and then other people who are staring at him in horror, he starts going tree, tree, tree. Everybody's a motherfucking tree.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That just reminded me. That just reminded me of the whole plot of Green Legend Ron.
Oh yeah.
And then there was a sequel to it where everyone is scared to say the wrong thing because it'll turn them into a tree. And the guy finally is like, you know what? I'm sick of this bullshit, and tells them off. And Don Cheeto's Captain Planet turns them into a stalk of broccoli. And they're like, broccoli?
Oh,
hey,
God.
that counts as a tree too.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Cinemaster actually made a video about that, and I gotta say, like, just speaking. Otherwise, Robot Chicken already goofed on Captain Planet a couple times. Plus, they also made a freaking reference in it with Rick and Morty as well.
I don't know. Planetina was kind of hot.
Yeah, she was, and basically, she actually had the hots for Morty as well.
Yeah, and I was a little sad he didn't get her. I mean, it's like, come on, you're turning him into Steve from American Dad at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of why I'm not really so much a fan of Rick and Morty. Just no.
I mean, come on. No one wants to be Steve from American Dad. Stop doing this to Morty. He already has to deal with Rick's bullshit. Give him a bone.
Fire King is talking to you, Mr. A. Well, I thought you were going to read my comment here.
Yeah, I already read it. So.
I mean, this one. Simmer Massacre made a video about Mario is
Yeah,
missing.
Mr. A read it.
Oh.
Yeah, he read it there, Fire King.
Yeah, that game was terrible.
Oh,
yeah, that game was.
I'm actually thanking myself for not playing Mario's Missing, but
if I could go back in time. If I could go back in
enough to play that game.
It's like when you realize you wasted a perfectly good rental on that. Like I could have rented like Spider-Man and X-Men in Arcade World or any of that.
Think about it. You only had to rent it. Dude, you only had to rent it. Imagine the poor people who got tricked into buying it.
Oh, that would, F in the chat for that guy. But I could have gotten Darkwing Duck and beat that game.
Yep.
Dude, I actually could. I mean, Arrow the Acrobat is way better than Mario's Missing. Let that sink in.
The Legends of Zelda CDR thing is better.
Well, excuse me.
Why would you bring that up? Do you hate us all?
Because I saw a lot
How about
parody videos.
I'll do you one better.
YouTube
Mario
poops were the
Hotel.
era of YouTube that where people were actually free to post things that they liked rather than having it pulled down for some dumbass reason.
It was Wild West
for a
time.
Yeah, a lot of those videos have become lost media now.
I actually could have spent the whole entire rental on Act Racer.
Hopefully there's going to be a culture like that popping up on Rumble at some point.
Wait,
can you
Rumble,
imagine though all those people?
Competitor for YouTube? Rumble, is this a competitor for YouTube?
Yep.
Don't
one of them.
Can you imagine all those people though that were like incredibly late on their returns, and then all of a sudden it gets announced that Blockbuster's going out of business, and they've still got like this kick-ass game, and they're like, yes.
Yeah.
Blockbuster went out. Yeah.
And then those poor slobs that got stuck with Mario is missing.
Oh! Let me return it. Let me return it, please, for the love of God.
Please, I can't have this cursed item.
Sorry, we're closed.
And those movies that people had that were Blockbuster closed, so they couldn't return it. Those movies are actually special copies that are authorized for rental. Did you know that the movie stores that you would authorize those copies are a lot more expensive because they had the rights to rent?
Also, I think the comment that Fire King X wanted me to read was about the thing about Ronald McDonald. It says something I want to talk about most people think Ronald McDonald is creepy as hell, and he kills kids. Much like how I saw a video made by Raka Raka, and yet people say that food tastes like shit.
Can I just be honest here? I am actually terrified of clowns. So
I think it's effect.
Yeah,
You want to hear something?
Yeah, I get that.
Funny?
It's a thing. I mean,
I like
It's
clowns.
a thing.
Clowns never
Guys,
scared me
guys.
much. I mean, there's much worse.
Guys, you
I
want to hear
realize there are
something
much
funny?
worse things like
Dee Dee wants to say something.
Whoa. Dee Dee actually wanted to say something. Go ahead, Dee Dee.
Netflix actually went to Blockbusters and said, "Hey, for $500,000 to $1 million, we'll sell you our thing, which is the streaming thing." And Blockbusters like, no one's gonna want to do streaming.
Oh,
And
God.
look where we are now.
Later, they're like, can we still pay $1 million? And they're like, nah, you gotta pay $5 million now.
Didi, you don't know the half of it. The same guy that started Netflix turned around and started Redbox and told Netflix gave Netflix the same deal, and Netflix laughed at him. After the way they got their start. And then he started doing the movie pass thing, and the movie industry would rather tank itself than latch. I would not bet against this man. One might have been an accident. Two, good God, that man is a genius. But that being said, what were we talking about right before that? What was the thing
Apparently
that you brought
Ronald
up?
McDonald is fucking creepy.
Oh yeah. Okay. So everybody wants to bitch about blackface. Have y'all ever thought about the fact that clowns have red hair and pale skin? It's literally ginger face.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all
Literally.
Nobody bitches about that because white people.
All the ginger faces get swapped to black characters in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all hate against gingers. Anyone who's a ginger in a movie in a remake is going to be turned into a black person by the will of diversity.
Guys, did he want to say something?
Y'all think the current incarnation of Ronald McDonald is creepy now? Look up what they had for him when they first introduced him.
I don't want to know because I'm scared of clowns, and I don't want anyone to show me.
And instead of speaking normal like his current incarnation does, he spoke like this. Hey, Billy, how would you like a burger on a tray that's right next to my crotch?
Oh my dear Lordy Bagodi.
I'm serious. He would give kids drinks and fries and burgers from a tray that was right next to his crotch. It looked like his dick was probably holding the tray.
And you thought the Tanuki was pervertive.
Oh boy.
Okay, freaking
Tanuki McNuki sounds really bad.
No.
Let's just call it good for now.
Yeah, because good Lord, this is good Lordy, baby.
I'm gonna go now because my iPad's about to die.
Ooh, alright. So let's do the last thought. Oh, okay, you don't want to do the last thoughts. So I gotta use the bathroom, so I want to go first.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so it was fun. Wokies, stop, making tokens. You suck. You're not be creative. Also, get a life. Get out of your parents' basement for the love of whatever goddess out there. It's Latino, not Latinx. It's, we're bisexual, not whatever the hell you want it to be. And black people, Asian, Mexican, Muslims are not your tokens. They're human beings. Get a life, lose that weight, shave that disgusting neck beards, and stop being disgusting and useless for once in your life. And remember, my glorious heathens, so that your desires burn brightly.
Oh, can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day, the darkness is always with you. Also, is it normal to be scared of clowns?
No.
Yeah.
You're all alone. No, you're all alone by yourself.
I think movies like it has a lot to do with it.
Anyway,
there's a clown in your closet.
What? Where?
I'm done.
Not much for me. Just be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And remember, if you see a clown and who gives away free food from his crotch, just remember, Second Amendment, bitch.
Bubba.
All right. I'll leave off what I left off with Shadow Stream yesterday. If you want good entertainment, go out and find it. If you want to read a good comic book, there is a dollar bin somewhere with real good shit from 15, 20, 30 years ago that is waiting for you, calling your name. If you want good entertainment, go to Tubi, watch some of these old shows. Some of our audience here and some of our panel members are young enough to have never seen the John Wesley ship Flash, to have never seen the old school Hulk series or whatever. Find your entertainment. Find your entertainment, and I promise it's out there somewhere.
It's always out there, bro.
The problem is old games, because the problem is that old games relied on older hardware and hardware that isn't made
not
anymore.
unless you use emulation, bro. Emulation.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, but that's technically piracy.
All that, bro.
Honestly, if piracy is the only way to get something, it's their fault. The piracy is their fault if that's literally the only way to get it.
If that's the only way you can get it, that's absolutely true.
It's their fault. Yeah.
Let's wrap this up, okay?
Nintendo.
Have a good one.
Yeah, so anyway, Cerno, you actually have anything you want to say?
Yeah, these woke idiots. Okay, they ruin entertainment, and let's not forget that they're trying to erase old stuff as well. And that's one of the reasons why piracy is the only way to get some of the older shit. It's because they don't want to re-release it in its original form. Like, for example, the movie that Home Alone movie where there was Donald Trump in it. That's not available on streaming services anymore. You have to pirate the original version to get that Donald Trump scene because they've replaced them in newer ones. So you basically their attempts to erase history is being thwarted by piracy. Piracy is literally a culture. It's not a financial subversion, where it's cultural subversion in that it's not a question. As someone once said on Twitter, it's not a question of whether or not it's not about getting something for free. It's about getting something at all. That's the problem that we're facing in the entertainment industry nowadays.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming on board and dealing with my craziness. Razor Fist, you better actually stop freaking harping on anime fans and saying how bad anime is, because basically you still got me to deal with their pal. Not just me, but also Reverend Paul of Studio Choji. Because I don't think he'll actually let you off the hook that easy. But anyway, guys, just remember these three things. Respect the waifus and fan service. Enjoy your fandoms. Anime is freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying, God, anime, mecha, and big titty waifu fucking speed.